You know that rush of excitement you feel when you decide to change your life? Maybe you wake up one morning and say, "This is it. I'm finally going to eat healthy. I'm going to work out. I'm going to read every day. I'm going to wake up earlier and take control of my life." For the first few days, you feel unstoppable. You're on fire. But then, the excitement fades. You're tired, work gets busy, you skip a day, and then another, until you're right back where you started. And it's frustrating, because deep down, you want the change, you just can't seem to make it stick. The truth is, the problem isn't you. It's the way we approach habits. We try to build them with motivation, when in reality, habits are built with psychology, small, consistent, deliberate actions that eventually become part of our identity. Today, we're diving deep into exactly how to build healthy habits that last, not for a week, not for a month, but for life. The first thing to understand is that your brain doesn't like drastic change. It prefers the comfort of what it already knows, even if what it knows isn't good for you. That's why most people fail. They set massive goals that feel exciting in the beginning but are unsustainable in the long run. If you haven't exercised in months, promising yourself you'll run 5 miles a day is setting yourself up for burnout. Instead, start small, ridiculously small. Go for a 5-minute walk. Drink 1 extra glass of water. Read 2 pages of a book. These small actions might feel too easy, but that's exactly the point. They're so simple you have no reason not to do them. And over time, they grow naturally into bigger habits. Another powerful principle is habit stacking, attaching your new habit to something you already do every day. For example, if you want to start journaling, do it right after your morning coffee. If you want to stretch more, do it right after brushing your teeth at night. When your brain connects a new action to an existing routine, it uses less mental energy to remember it, which means you're far more likely to follow through. Your environment is one of the most underrated factors in habit formation. We often rely on willpower, but willpower is inconsistent. Environment, on the other hand, works silently in your favor. If you want to eat healthier, don't just tell yourself to avoid junk food, remove it from your home. If you want to work out in the morning, put your workout clothes where you can see them before you go to bed. Make your desired habits as easy as possible to start, and make the bad habits harder to do. It's also important to shift your focus from goals to systems. A goal might be to lose 10 kilos, but the system is eating nutritious meals, staying active, and sleeping well. The problem with only chasing goals is that once you achieve them, you often stop doing the actions that got you there. But when you fall in love with the process, you naturally sustain the results because the habit is no longer tied to a temporary finish line, it's part of your life. Tracking your progress can be a game changer. When you visually record your consistency, whether it's ticking boxes on a calendar, logging workouts in an app, or keeping a habit journal, you tap into a powerful motivator, the human desire not to break the chain. Each checkmark becomes a tiny win, and over time, these wins build the identity of someone who sticks to what they start. Speaking of identity, this is the deepest layer of habit building. If you think of yourself as someone who's trying to eat healthy, it's temporary. But if you think of yourself as a healthy eater, it becomes part of who you are. Every time you make a choice that aligns with that identity, you reinforce it. You're no longer forcing yourself to do the habit, you're simply being who you are. And finally, you have to allow room for imperfection. The all or nothing mindset is the enemy of lasting habits. If you miss one workout, one meditation, or one healthy meal, it doesn't mean you failed, it means you're human. The real key is to never miss twice in a row. One slip won't ruin your progress, but 2 in a row can start a pattern you don't want. By forgiving yourself and getting back on track immediately, you protect the habit before it breaks. Building healthy habits that stick isn't about superhuman discipline, or waiting for the perfect moment, it's about understanding your mind and working with it, not against it. Start small enough that you can't fail. Attach new habits to old ones. Shape your environment so it supports you. Focus on the systems, not just the end results. Track your progress. Think like the person you want to become. And when you slip up, get right back up. Over time, these small, almost invisible choices will compound into massive change. Before you know it, the habits you once struggled to start will feel like second nature, and you'll realize, you didn't just change what you do, you changed who you are.